important things that they teach you in art classes basically is
the eyes.
Eyes. Eyes are huge, and they're also a huge block gap for me. I struggle
look into
with eyes.
someone's
I'm
eyes.
terrible.
Look into their soul.
God, get out of here, you hippie. Dirty,
Peace
nasty
forever,
hippie.
man.
Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
Bungie has a lot of story. They've never been good at it. People think they are, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it's weird. I remember trashing Halo's story back in the day, and people did not like that. Like, no, Halo's awesome story. Bleh. And nowadays, those same people are in agreement for some reason. They're like, yeah, it's not that great. What the fuck?
I mean, I think the original Halo is genius, but not in the sense of it's like an amazing story with amazing gameplay. Halo is genius in that every single thing was perfectly crafted in order to appeal to the new, the console market player. And to basically create an entire subset of gamers who are viciously loyal to it. And every element of the game is crafted. And I think in that sense, Halo's fucking genius.
Yes, I don't know. I remember playing it. I liked it. The gameplay was fun.
It came out when I was playing games like fucking Half-Life 2 on the PC, and I was like, wow, this game does not measure up. I played it for a little bit and went bored now.
There's also the thing that a lot of the draw to the Halo games wasn't even the single-player campaign. It was multiplayer. Tons and
fair
tons
enough.
of people. So it's gameplay, which is fine.
Yeah.
I think it's a-okay. The gameplay is great.
Gameplay's really good. I mean, it's rather simplistic, but I mean, it's fine. It's one of the reasons I like Destiny, how it adds on to the Halo gameplay with a lot of different powers. But that's actually more about the customization than it is about the gameplay. Which gun do you have and which power do you have? I don't know. I haven't played the raid. I guess there's some more complexity needed. You need teamwork and coordination for that, as well as precision. But
to go on those there raids.
Yeah, but I do like the depth that gets added with all the. That was one thing. I rented the game for PS4 the other day, Destiny 2, and this was actually. It was yeah, man. I was hooked fast.
I'm looking forward to the raid
because my it's like any loot I get isn't going to matter, so I might as well not.
I'm looking forward to the raids. That's the big thing I am honestly looking forward to, is having a bunch of people and going in, and I've always wanted to do that with Borderlands, but we never quite got there, is going in and fighting an epic boss and taking it down.
Problem with the Borderlands is that it's just trying to get to that max level.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah, once they got the entrance to that was brutal.
So like, oh, just, grind for 20 levels.
Well, no, I mean, once you get the... Oh, I see what you mean. No, I mean, well, once they introduced that last DLC, that you had this... I forget what they call it, where you have to go through the gauntlet. And
yeah, you go up ranks.
And then you go up a level, and then all the loot you start getting goes up a level as well.
I never even got to there. Like, we would play, and we had played it so much earlier on that we all just kind of got tired of it. At least that's what I'm guessing.
I was always up for it, but then I'd install it, and then no one else wanted to.
Well, we would get somewhere, and then, but we'd already been to that place. We never reached the end, so it's like we had to play through a part that we had played through a year or two ago, and then just like got stale because we never reached the end.
Is it they never had their they never did what Diablo meant, which was create an experience separate from the campaign that you can use to grind out your levels and.
Yeah, that's true.
They desperately needed something like that. They needed a more streamlined and actual focused progression, as opposed to simply shit's gonna drop. Because at least Diablo had ways for you to kind of guide your character. Borderlands 2 never really did. Other than going after certain creatures who drop certain items, but even then the loot rates of the drop rates on.
Sometimes you just get screwed.
Yep.
Like, oh look, a gun, it's really weak, and this isn't gonna help me, and then you'd be stuck with it for like the next 15 levels.
So I think Borderlands 2's endgame experience is problematic.
It's also the fact that some of the loot that you wanted in game with quest, you know, based around a quest,
Yeah.
and that was obnoxious.
Oh my god. That's why you pretty much had to use those programs that you could spawn in loot. You just gotta get that for whatever the fuck you... Ridiculous.
Take care of them.
It's like I think it was Matt I was talking about with this. It's like, Halo and Borderlands seem like diametrically opposed in terms of quality. It's like Borderlands always had amazing writing, but their gameplay was kind of rough around the edges. Whereas the Halo stuff had, you know, very refined gameplay, but its writing very subpar.
Bland. Yeah.
Bland. That's a good way to put it. Very bland.
Very bland. It was very generic, bland, like military
But,
marine.
man, Did
Go ahead.
they think they thought they're writing? You can tell they're trying to tell this amazing, epic, emotional story. No, guys. No, fail. Fail.
To be fair, at least their game, and it's weird to say this because their game still came across as very generic machismo style-esque. Infinitely better than Gears of War machismo. Holy shit.
Oh god, yes.
Too much. Too much. Which is saying,
I
the
guess
first
the best
game
way
was
to
fun.
put it,
First game was fun.
the best way to put it when you're talking about Gears of War and its failure of storytelling and of having any nuance at all, is there's a scene in the very final battle of Gears of War 3 where the Locust Queen is... Because you find out that the whole reason the Locust invaded the surface is because they were being... The Lambent were pushing them up from below.
Right.
So they decided to take the surface. So at one point, the Locust Queen, when you're fighting Marcus Phoenix, says, "Why do you get to live and we have to die?" And he says, "Because you're fucking monsters."
Oh boy.
That says it all right there.
Wow. That was so hardcore.
Wow.
You're not the fucking master race like we.
What poetry.
I know.
Way to represent us.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yay, humanity. Those aren't even humans, let's be honest. They're not fucking humans.
I don't know what the fucking gears are.
Some sort of weird collection of living giant
You know what
potato
was
bags.
funny? The Gears of War novels were really good.
I don't believe it.
I'm serious. I really enjoyed all of them. They added depth and character, and like they kind of toned back the machismo a little bit. It was weird. And one of their main characters was this badass older woman who was fucking geared. She just kicked ass. Oh, and the game focused on the blonde dude who was like the sort of tech guy. The book's really focused on him a lot.
Blonde dude? I barely remember. I know there's a blonde dude. I don't even remember.
Well, you know, it was like, because you had Marcus and Dom, and then you had the Coal Train.
Woo! God.
And then you had the fourth guy, the blonde.
The fourth guy. What's his face?
Fourth guy, who was my favorite one to play. But that's because he was. I don't know. I always gravitated towards characters who were like, their whole thing is that they're intelligent and they're good with machines. For some reason, I love Donatello. I love Gadget from Rescue Ranger.
I do prefer those characters. My favorites are still the goofy ones. You got like Usopp from One Piece. The tinier they are, the better. Gnomes or dwarfs from Warcraft.
Which one had the giant tits? Who was the girl on One Piece with giant tits? Was that all of them?
That's all of them.
Oh. I remember, I don't know what I was reading, but it was someone talking about, like, big tits in anime or something, and the guy who does it basically said, "I like big tits." that was his reason for doing it. It's like, yeah, I applaud that, man.
I don't think that that wasn't the creator of One Piece who said that one, though. I don't think so.
It was someone involved in one.
In One Piece or in anime?
No, One Piece.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I mean, don't get me wrong, it has its moments with fan service, but then again, I haven't seen the second half of One Piece. I'm only halfway through it. I need to pick it up again. It doesn't seem like it's very oriented towards that style of anime. It's just he went more for humor and honestly character. I love One Piece. One Piece is great. But I guess some later ones he has more boobies shown around. Or at least, not boobies per se, but fan service. I don't know, he never came across as...
oh no, here it is. Yeah, I was thinking of something else tonight. For him, it's everything is exaggerated. Here we go. Men and women are exaggerated. Both body types are overblown. They're physical hyperboles. And then he says the women's proportions are 3 circles and 1 X.
Mhm.
So literally, you have an X for their body type, so you have the waist coming up from the hips, and then you have 2 circles on top of the X, the boobs, and then you have another circle on top of those. And that's every single female design.
Yeah, I think I remember reading that article, actually. But I could see where everything in the One Piece universe, including males, is over-exemplified, exaggerated per their character.
One of the reasons I didn't like it, for some reason I don't like, I don't like comedic anime. I have no idea why. It's not like I think it's bad, but I don't like it. I just have no interest in it.
See, the over-exaggerations is actually why I like One Piece, because the characters feel unique in comparison to standard anime. Look at a show like Bleach or Dragon Ball Z. Everyone eventually begins looking very fucking similar. It's like, oh god. And then you have One Piece, you have the main character who, even though he's muscular, sure, he's lanky, he's stretchy, he has cartoonic animation, his eyes bug out. You have one of the villains, which would be overly huge. He just looks like a round ball, you know, with stubs for arms. Just super goofy, ridiculous characters. That's actually why I like One Piece.
So, does his dick stretch like that too? And for that matter, does Mr. Fantastic's?
You should probably write to the editors about that. It's a very serious question.
Yeah. It's like Mr. Fantastic, because you know there's a reason they call him Mr. Fantastic.
It's probably because he's a very nice man. He's gentlemanly, very generous.
And if he gives you, he will give you anal and oral sex at the same time.
Oh god. Ooh, how far along are you in, Shovel Knight, Lonnie?
Pretty far. I think I only got like a few more bosses. And then,
how's
done with Plague Knight.
How's Plague Knight working for you?
Good. Gotten a lot better with him.
He does look like his potions open up to be more useful, at least.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot more useful with switching around a bunch of shit.
Have either of you ever seen the movie Toys? Robin Williams.
Is that
no, I haven't.
Army guy?
Yeah, you're thinking of.
I think that's the one, right?
No, I thought of Small Soldiers when you first said Toys.
What the fuck?
What? Horrible.
What the fuck?
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah, Small Soldiers.
Fucking weird. Yeah.
I don't know what that writer was smoking. I want some. Unfortunately, it didn't translate into anything interesting.
No, I'm pretty sure they made that movie to sell toys. That's kind of what my impression was. They just wanted to sell toys.
But they didn't have any toys for sale. The
they
movie
did.
Toys?
From the movie Small Soldiers.
Oh, no, I'm still talking about toys.
Oh, I don't know much about toys. I've never seen it.
It's a weird... I would recommend a watch because it is just that weird.
Huh.
No, Small Soldiers... Yeah, I don't know. Movie was
Terrible.
yeah.
Even as a kid, I thought it was pretty bad, and I watched some awful movies as a child. Holy shit.
Boring as shit.
Small Soldiers was made to sell toys, I'm pretty sure. Street Sharks cartoon was most definitely made to sell toys. They've even admitted it.
Well, so many were, and actually, it's kind of fascinating. I watched a guy named on YouTube named Bob Chipman, and he was talking about Transformers, and apparently, like the '80s kind of saw a boom of that for a while. Like the cartoons just meant to sell toys. That was actually against regulations until Reagan came and deregulated it. You couldn't make a cartoon just for that. And so they started doing that for a while, and it was a big thing. And it was funny because when talking about the philosophy of it, what they did it with Transformers was they gave a bunch of writers leeway to just, and they said these are the designs, make a world around them. So they actually created something really interesting and compelling. And then everyone else tried to copy Transformers' success, but really didn't understand that you're supposed to make all this stuff, really interesting, make, all these characters who are, really unique people, you sympathize with. That's why the subsequent generation of Transformers toys was not as successful, because when they did the movie and they killed off everyone that people loved, they had simply been too successful in making them love them. So it's like we're not gonna, buy all of your replacements because these are the ones we care about.
That. I honestly don't have a problem with deregulation of that, because it is purely an unessential part of life. Cartoons, yeah, they're fun, whatever, same with toys, but they're not an absolute requirement for how you live your life.
I don't know why they were regulated in the first place. I can see arguments against it. But I don't know, I'd have to sit and listen to the argument.
I don't know, maybe people worried about, I don't know. I can't remember. Just too much, like selling. I'm trying to put it into words. It just feels like you're trying to sell stuff ham-fisted, like get people addicted or buy. So I can understand.
So what, like Pokemon?
Yeah, I can understand it leaving a bad taste in some
Gotta
people's
catch 'em
mouths.
all.
Gotta catch 'em.
But it's again, from a capitalistic point of view, that one is not disastrous. I find that one to be A-OK. Unlike the privatization of insurance, that one is bad. That one's very bad. But I am honestly surprised that there were laws against that in the first place. Interesting.
From an artistic standpoint, I just like it because it leads to lesser. In general, that's not a hard and fast rule. Often it does lead to, but more often than not, it leads to just kind of crap.
Yeah, well, I can understand it from an artistic point of view.
That has nothing to do with the legal standing. Yeah. I'm just saying I dislike it.
Yeah, I can understand it leading to that, but at the same time, it's not like it's killing the arts. There's other avenues.
I mean, it's despite its deregulation, it's really fallen out of favor. You do not see that nearly as often.
No, because it didn't really work out that well.
No. I'm trying to think, it's like, what? And, well, there's merchandising, which is much more successful. It's like, if you make something people are interested in, they'll want to wear it on their t-shirts, and on their backpacks, and on their, their caps. They'll want to buy, merchandise. They won't necessarily want to buy the toy. Plus, merchandise can sell to older people. Once kids get into their teens and they stop playing with toys, that doesn't work anymore. But once, they're still gonna need shirts. They're gonna need all that other crap. They're still buying keychains. So I think the merchandising just switched to make merchandise based on the show. Don't make a show based on merchandise.
Yeah, it's surprising that game companies still don't really get that. Their first goal is money, and then they push back artistic endeavors and everything else. And the games suffer because of it, and they end up with this just bland, gray, nasty game.
which is beginning to hurt them because they don't make that much money off the games, which is why they keep trying to push new ways of monetizing, and it's just getting worse and worse.
They just don't get it. Make a good quality product first. Interesting money later. Like, sure, I get it. You want to make money. That's fair.
Make a good product and you will.
Yeah. Money follows if you give more leeway and priority to the artistic, creative endeavors.
The problem is that the people that make these decisions are the business, not the creatives, and they don't understand it. To them, it all starts in the boardroom, and you say, "What do I want to make? What product do I want?" And I don't see that coming to an end ever. I'm not a negative.
No, not at all.
Quite cheery.
I'm never pessimistic. Oh, no.
Apparently, ambassadors, diplomatic staff, I should say, from North Korea are working with Americans to try and get around just his general policies and his swaggering.
Oh, Trump, around Trump.
Yeah.
It's just you cut out.
No, sorry, around Trump, yeah. They just, I mean, make no mistake, for all, you know, when you have a totalitarian regime, they can't be seen as weak, so they have to respond. So if the idiot keeps pushing them, they have to respond. That's just the way these things work. He's giving them out. But they know very well if things end up in war, their nation basically disappeared.
Yeah.
So they want this as little as we do.
Saber rattling. You get two idiots, and it's going to be nigh impossible to get either one of them to stop.
Exactly.
All it takes is that one person to be like, "Oh, this is stupid," and just to ignore the other one, and then it stops.
Very sad, very sad. Do it now, Harper.
Just my rating. Not much. Pretty boring. Boring shit. I haven't had to do anything with anybody, but there was a conversation already. Someone asked a very stupid question. And then the artists, these couple, a man and wife, had to be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" There's a man and wife. They have two kids, pretty young. I think the oldest one is in preschool, so they're still pretty damn young. But someone asked, like, oh, they tried to make a joke like, it's gonna be awkward when you have to have that sex talk and you can draw a perfect penis already, because they're even though they make a comic that isn't porn, a lot of their income probably does come from porn. Not surprising. In the art field, that's really not surprising. Usually, it's creative endeavors such as a comic, a good story, and the artist, depending, is supported, especially in the early stages of their career, supported largely by fan art, which could be not porn as well, but also porn.
Yes.
So it's like, hey, I really like...
I understand this better than you know.
Oh, because you probably have to write some of it?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been moderating plenty of this shit already, so... Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there should be anything frowned upon that, especially with sexuality or otherwise. But then, all it takes is a few fucking idiots just going...
That's true for anything, yeah.
Yeah, it's true for anything. It is very true. Just a few fucking idiots who are like, whoa, you kids, you just let your kids watch you make porn or something? And it's like, fucking, no, Jesus Christ. Just idiots. And so someone tried to make a bad joke, and they had to be like, no, of course we don't let our kids fucking watch us make porn. Jesus H. Christ. So just idiots. Other than that, pretty boring. Why, what are you up to?
Surfing the internet.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Booey.
Herbory.
Booey. We got Lonnie playing, Plague Knight, Shovel Knight, Plague Knight. If you wanted to watch that, he's streaming it. Giving it a gander here and then. To watch Lonnie fuck up and laugh.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes the jumps are not what I predicted.
You know, it's much more entertaining, though, I'll be honest, to watch you fuck up with Abe's Oddworld.
I bet.
Because with this one, I have empathy. I'm like, yeah, I can see myself fucking up there. But with Abe's Oddworld, I don't. So I get to mercilessly laugh at you.
Yeah, but I have to start all over with it. That's frustrating.
You'll get there fast. You should just restart with it.
I was
You'll get
thinking
where you
about
go
it
fast.
after beating this, though.
It's such a fun game. It's such a good game.
Alright, might as well just finish this at least.
No, never.
Yep, all the way.
Nope.
All
Nope.
the time.
Give up. Give up on it. Quit.
No, I'm not gonna quit.
Kill yourself.
What the fuck? What the hell?
Huh.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Huh. Apparently, they by top people who run the DCEU. Apparently, they're rethinking the first Marvel-esque.
Wait, what?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, Marvel did their whole connected universe. DC wanted to do theirs, and they did it badly. Apparently, yeah, they're rethinking rethinking doing it now, and instead just telling decent stories that they have a connectivity, but not necessarily one long storyline. To quote, "Our intention, certainly moving forward, is using continuity to help nothing is merging in a way that doesn't make sense. But there's no insistence upon an overall storyline or interconnectivity in that universe." That's from DC Entertainment President Diane Nelson.
I sadly stopped caring about DC for multiple reasons. Their past movies so far, I haven't seen them. To be fair, I have not seen them, so I shouldn't judge too much. But I've heard they haven't been good. They have ruined the Joker. Just absolutely ruined him.
No, well, they're gonna undo that soon.
I fucking hope so. They better do it well, because the Joker.
They're doing a Joker origin, which I think is a mistake to begin with. But
yeah.
Fucking hell.
I know. I right off the bat, origin. It's like the Joker isn't about his origins, and I would actually rather him remain relatively his anonymity relatively intact prior to being the Joker.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
I would rather the Joker's past anonymity remain intact rather than them exploring his creation.
I agree. Well, they even mentioned it in one thing in Dark Knight, where they were, they got him in jail, and they said it's like prints don't match anything, no known aliases. They just don't know who he is. That's kind of the point. He's not anybody, and they even bring that up. They play into it. It's like, when he, with his whole thing about the stories about his scars.
Yeah, that they're always different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole point of the character. Is he isn't, you don't, there's no definition for him. He's supposed to be chaos personified, and there's nothing to pin down about him.
And if you give him an origin, it's like, oh, well, this explanation, and it all makes sense. He's not supposed to. But the big perpetrator was that what was it called? I can't remember because I read the comic and the comic was actually good.
Yeah, the Killing Joke.
No, not Killing Joke. That was also very good. Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, God, Suicide Squad. Whoa, I'm still angry about that Joker. Still angry. I think I know I've shown the video or Lonnie's seen the video. Have you seen the video from about that, the parody of it, the cartoon where he's like, I'm gonna get a tattoo on my forehead because I'm a funny man.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. And that's exactly how the character came out, just so stupid. And it's like, that isn't the Joker. Oh God. And he is my favorite villain, bar none. He is numero uno.
Numero uno.
And they went damage.
Oh, why do I keep doing that?
No, I'm all messed up. Because I'm all messed up.
Cause I'm all messed up.
My parents are gonna.
Lonnie got his ass beat.
Yeah, because I'm not stopping. Oh my god. That fucking rat. Fucking hell, I hate this world. Spikes everywhere. Spikes come.
I hate all the worlds as Plague Knight. His mobility is just, as much as it's a strength, it is also a weakness. It kills him.
Fucking god damn it. Yeah.
You just need to go at a snail's pace, it looks like.
I know.
Really
Fucking.
Oh, hey, did y'all see the honest trailer for Next Gen?
Next Gen?
Yeah, they did an honest trailer for Star Trek Creation.
Oh, no, I haven't.
It's really funny, highly recommend it.
So many people love crapping on Next Gen these days. Holy crap. A few years back, it wasn't like that.
Deserves a lot of criticism. Don't get me wrong, it's still good, but
I don't know. It's one of the few Star Treks I enjoyed. I saw it when I was very young, though, so I do have to take that into account. I do also remember back in the day, it's like it was a valid argument to say Next Gen is, competes with the first Star Trek, series, and people would contend that back and forth. And nowadays,
have you seen the original Star Trek series, man?
Yes, I have. I've watched all. I watched all of the original Star Trek with Raul and Chris up in Phoenix.
That's some corny crap.
It is grade A cheese. It is perfect. Oh my god. Still, one of the best things I remember seeing is an episode where Spock and the Doctor go down onto this planet with a red shirt. The planet's apparently ruled by this vicious giant Cyclops race, which you never see. They're just off screen. And they throw giant primitive wooden spears, him and the crew, killing the red shirt. The spears are clearly plastic. Some fly into the screen sideways. It is terrible. It is terrible and beautiful at the same time. Yeah, and you hear plastic clunks when they land on the screen. They sound like hollow plastic tubes. It is great. Yeah.
No, the new Star Trek has promise. I'm very much enjoying what little there is thus far.
I wish I had a series like that to get into. So many people have these series like, oh, this is my go-to. I just don't. Like Star Wars, it's fun, but it's okay. And Star Trek, it's like, it's fun, it's just okay.
Mine used to be Star Wars, but quite frankly...
Yeah, I could see someone's faith in Star Wars being totally obliterated after the prequels. Holy shit.
Well... honestly, the prequels weren't as bad as what they're doing now. Now it's just, it's like a cavalcade of doctrine.
I can't be friends with you anymore. The prequels aren't as bad as what they're doing now.
You don't understand. They're worse. They're worse, but you know the thing is you had all of the stuff that was kind of on the sidelines, the expanded universe stuff. That stuff could be really, really good. But because everything kind of has to, you know, everything has to go with Disney, and they have to have their frickin' everything fits, and it all goes through their frickin' story people. It all comes up as just this same old, just hodgepodge.
I can see being disappointed with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm just not interested in any of it anymore. Plus, there's way too much of it.
Yeah. My whole thing is that the first three just are infinitely bad. Those are some of the worst movies I have seen in my life, and I really mean that. After trying to rewatch them again.
It's kind of an amazingly bad movie that shows that George Lucas really has no idea what he's doing. Especially when you actually watch some of the behind the scenes stuff, and then you start and you compare it to every single scene where people are talking in the three movies. And actually, not just the action stuff, because how he directs it, sits in a chair. He doesn't get up and move around or not. And think about how much a Star Wars movie should have a lot of action. He sits in a chair for every single shot. He has A camera and B camera. And A camera's watching one person's face, and B camera's watching another person's face as they face each other and talk. That's every single shot. Every single conversation, I should say.
Yeah.
It's just really bad. He's a bad director. And that's the thing, is that he's not a good screenwriter either. I think his story was fine, but he needed a different screenwriter. And he's a good producer, but a terrible director.
Yeah, I can see that, considering how I can't even remember the guy who played not child Anakin, but teen and adult Anakin. Oh.
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, he's terrible in the movies. I don't know if he's a good actor or not later on.
I have no idea. But I mean, it's like,
holy shit.
The thing is, it's like you're getting bad performances out of Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, Natalie, like terrible performances out of these amazing A-list actors.
Well, Natalie Portman was still young then, so I think those are perfectly
excusable. Yeah, but she'd already put in some great. I mean, have you seen her in The Professional?
No, I haven't. I actually
She's amazing.
Thought Star Wars were her first movies.
Was like
I didn't know that.
And she was already in.
Ah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I honestly thought that Star Wars were her first movies.
No,
and
she'd had a lot.
Yeah, and she was still young then. And, you know, there is something to say. I am picky about this. It is rare to see a good child actor. And that's through no fault of their own. They just don't have the experience. That's fine.
Yeah.
There are exceptions. There are exceptions, but
well, I mean, even what's his name? Harry Potter, that actor.
Oh, he's bad. He's bad as a child actor.
Well, that's the thing. He's even said he wasn't acting.
Yeah.
What he was doing was not acting because he didn't understand what acting was.
Yeah. Trying to think. Good examples of who's the kid who played in The Sixth Sense? He was a good child actor.
Oh, Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
He was a good child actor. There are a few.
Did not turn out well. He had the whole child actor curse thing strike him hard.
Yeah. I think he's still in the business, but you don't really hear or see him that much anymore.
It's pretty rare that you get a Kurt Russell or Neil Patrick Harris.
Kurt Russell started as a child?
Oh, dude, he was working when he was like 8. I know. God, when did he do? Hold on, let me check some math. Because he was in an episode of the Black and White Lost in Space.
Wow. I did not know that. I know that,
Born in 19...
Who plays the dude? What's his name?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. No, the dude in, You know what? I have the internet, dude. In The Big Lebowski.
Oh,
His name
okay.
is.
It escapes.
He's such a good actor too. He
John
was actually no. John Goodman's a
What
good
are you
actor, but no, I'm talking about an actor who also was an actor as a child.
Oh, as a child.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't think of that dude's name.
I know.
Jeff
And I
Bridges.
really like him too. He's a good actor. I like
Jeff
his
Bridges?
voice. Jeff Bridges, thank you.
Okay. Kurt Russell had his first role when he was 11.
Wow.
And
shit.
looking at his filmography, he worked steadily throughout the 60s, steadily throughout the 70s. Yeah, he's been working steadily his entire life.
He made a good transition. Some of them do, some of them don't. Whatever happened to you know, my family called her Basketball Head, but she was the Mary Jane in the older Spider-Man movies.
I don't know. I haven't seen her like around. I think I saw her in like a makeup.
She stopped appearing in movies right around the third Spider-Man movie.
Can you blame her?
Kirsten Dunst. No, I can't blame her. But she was one who actually transitioned from childhood acting. She was in Jumanji as a kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
She was in an episode of Next Gen.
How about that reboot?
She was the little girl, the little vampire girl in Interview with the Vampire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Recently, she had a regular role in the series Fargo.
I did not know that. I don't
She's-
really keep in touch
Yeah,
with TV.
she is still working heavily. Just not in anything I've been hearing about.
It's probably, especially nowadays, it's probably because she's closer to middle age than young.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. So it works. Not that it shouldn't change. 'cause
The
it
new
should.
Jumanji movie looks like crap.
There's a new Jumanji movie.
You haven't seen the trailers for it?
Oh wait, no, that's the one. I remember seeing a very, very brief snippet when it was first teased, and The Rock is gonna be in it, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like they go into the board game, in the jungle or something.
Yeah.
It's a video game.
It's a, oh no, it's a video game.
Yeah.
It's an Atari console.
Oh, that's terrible.
Nope, right there they ruined it, basically.
Oh. Yeah, well, there goes any. I like The Rock's movies, even if they're bad. I've enjoyed them, but that just spells disaster for this. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up a legit trailer. That is not no bueno.
I'm actually going to see that with my sister.
I'll have to see that one. I like The Rock's
Oh,
shitty movies.
it's next
Next Friday?
for Blade Runner. I don't know about you.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Blade
know,
Runner.
I've
see.
heard some early teasers and from people who've seen it early. It's supposed to be good. The whole problem I have with it is the trailers show an action movie. They don't show a Blade Runner. And if
Everything
it's a
I've read says that it's not an action movie. They're
really
Yeah. It's
just
it's,
the trailers.
it's just the trailers trying to convince people that it is.
I hope.
Because they don't think that people will go to see some sort of cerebral sci-fi.
Which is sad because it's one of the best fucking movies out there.
Yep, I agree.
It really is.
The Jumanji comes out December.
I'll have to keep an eye out for the Jumanji, but I'm very curious about the Blade Runner. If that holds true and it's actually not an action movie and it's been getting good reviews, I might go see it. So do you like Blade Runner? The concept behind it. I'm so sad. I remember while I was dating Sophia, I showed her that movie and she just didn't get it. I was so disappointed.
People tend to either get it or they don't. I don't usually see a lot of middle ground on that.
Yeah, it's true. It's such a beautiful movie, though.
Here's
Oh,
a
so
short
good.
review for you. Blade Runner 2049. Gigantic spec, pure hallucinatory craziness.
Huh. Turn that off. This. Indeed.
Lonnie, I can't get a fucking legendary to drop the cards.
A legendary card?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
But my pity timer should have already come up, but it won't drop.
It's probably because I stole it. I took your pity timer.
You totally did, dude, with all those frickin' legendary drops of yours. It's like, Lonnie used to be the one that stole all my luck, and now it's...
Oh my god.
Lonnie, I swear to God,
well
you kill my... If we're playing Destiny 2 and you're stealing my luck, I will kill you.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. All those drops are legitimately mine.
Can you share loot in Destiny 2?
I don't see why not.
I don't think...
I have no idea.
I don't think
Fucking
you
go.
can, but I think you can share angles. They're basically the loot boxes.
Ah. So you can't share specific loot, but you can share the booster packs.
I'm curious.
I haven't actually seen anyone mention anything about trading, so I don't know. Oh my
I can see them. I can see them not wanting to do that because it dissuades people from spending money on loot crates. God damn it.
I'm only seeing speculation pass from like the last guessing.
Weep weep.
Yep. Yep. Oh, today. Pretty cool. Great. Good thing.
What level is this? I don't even
God.
remember it. Oh, you're at the castle.
Yeah, just at the castle.
So it looks like no. With Destiny 2, your loot is your loot, and that is all.
Yeah,
And
that's what I
it
figured.
does not. It's not like it. If it drops for you on the ground, anyone else can see it.
It's just your loot.
It's
Yeah.
instanced. loot, or
So
whatever they
basically
call it.
Diablo 3 all over again?
Pretty much.
That is at least one aspect of Diablo. Well, one of several aspects that I missed from Diablo 2, where you could trade and barter loot.
Alright,
Between
this jump's not
players.
working for me.
Did you hear about someone making Diablo 2, essentially quote-unquote remastered in the StarCraft 2 engine?
Yep. That was funny.
I might have to give that a shot sometime in the future.
Alright, I'm out, gents, or whatever.
Alright, man.
Have a good one, man.
Take it easy. Lonnie, you were such a gent or whatever.
I know. Whatever. Gent.
Whatever, gent. I kind of like
Gent.
that.
Yeah.
Gent, whatever. God damn.
Oh,
Gent.
but gent you so hard.
Actually gonna go grab a drink and maybe some munchies, but I'll be back real quick.
Oh shit. Alright, forgot about the whole invisible blocks. Funny down there. It's the back fucking thing, man. I hate that so much. Knockback.
Okie doke, I'm back.
Welcome back to your doom.
Apparently there's an expansion coming out for Guild Wars 2.
I know, I saw, I was like, damn.
Crazy.
I was not expecting another one.
I thought Guild Wars was pretty much done at this point. Just, yeah.
You could ride giant ass bunnies.
Ow. Do you have all the upgrades now?
I'm still missing a couple, but I have a majority of them. Yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked by this guy.
Holy shit! Whoa! Oh my god! Black Knight is just crazy against Plague Knight. Holy crap!
Yeah, I'm gonna die. That's alright.
Wow!
That was rough. Trying to figure out best happened again, Phil?
You could always use the seeking ones that like
Yeah,
hover around.
about that.
Yeah.
What do you call it? I saw it right here. Roommate for Sentry? Sentry. We'll find out.
Then you up and die.
Oh yeah, that was definitely the way to go.
Oh, the sentries?
Oh yeah.
But you probably have ones that work better for each phase he's in as well, which is kind of
Yeah.
inconvenient. Definitely works for the flying though.
Get some money real quick.
Nice.
I realized that the last second. That was dumb. I think I need that one move, which I don't have, so... I'm Yeah, I need that. I need that dash move, and I don't have it.
The dash move.
Yeah.
I remember Plague Knight getting a dash move.
It's like one last ability you can buy. Not
Bernie.
it's 4,000 then, of course. I'm just gonna buy one case and just go for the let's see, do.
If you hit return to map, do you even get to keep any of the loot?
No. Just do that casing, I guess. Oh yeah. Let's do this. Let's get by. Balto. Blah.
Voltorb. Voltorb, Voltorb, Voltorb,
Baltor.
Voltorb.
Electrobuzz. Yeah. Spikes. The worst thing in the game. Can never say. Well, floating's not gonna help me, so what's these impact ones do? Just impact like it says. Damn it. Oh, the humanity!
Oh, huge manatee.
That kind of cancels the fuse, I guess. That makes it interesting. Hang time. Yeah. Hope they don't explode. Oh my god, I hate spikes with this character.
I bet.
Almost died right there. Jumped up and almost hit one more tiny spike.
Have you tried just being invincible?
Yeah, actually, that does work out pretty well. You can walk on spikes after that.
When you're just invincible. For some reason, you can just become invincible.
Yeah, right, makes sense.
Yeah, just randomly, because that's a game mechanic. Is there invincibility frames in this game?
Yes.
Can you actually use those to abuse spikes, or do they just insta-kill you anyway?
Nope, you can abuse it. I've done it several times. Problem is, you do have to get hit beforehand, of course. And then there's the knockback that can happen, or, you know, just the inevitable death. If you don't time it right. I forgot how to move these things. I know you can move them.
What's with the smoke ball?
That gives you invincibility.
Oh, I didn't
Walk
know
through
that.
it. I can't use the floaty thing here. It's gonna kill me more. The problem is once you use the floating thing, you can't charge up your jump again.
Oh.
That could be a bitch.
Blah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then the other one, well, just jump like crazy and die.
Should really pick it up again, but I'm not looking forward to Plague Knight. I mostly just want to go in for whatever he is,
Spectre
Reaper
Knight.
Knight? Spectre Knight, thank you.
Yeah, I kind of want to see what he's about. I don't know, Plague Knight's been fun. Just some levels with these spikes
Fucking
are just
nightmare.
fucking stupid.
Wow.
Also, I hate getting knocked back. But understand the mechanic that most games love, so
Yay, knockback.
yeah. Especially Mega Man. Oh, that's creative.
Oh, speaking of game mechanics, how are you guys faring with that Divinity?
Oh, I love Divinity. It's still fun.
Have you beaten it?
No.
Yet?
It's a long game.
I just remember, I'm seeing articles on Kotaku now and again. People still say it's a great game, but they're finding ways to really abuse the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, there's a shit ton of ways to play the game. But to be fair, it gives you a lot of options to tackle one thing or different route.
Oh yeah,
Which is great.
pretty entertaining. how you can approach something. One person's going to kill the guys, the other one.
I think the only
out of
mechanic
it.
that really is a letdown is pickpocketing, in all honesty.
Really? I
it's
thought you
handled.
liked it.
I enjoy it, but the more I go through it, the more I see there's an issue.
Well, what's the
fact-
issue?
Well, the fact that you always 100% get caught.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
How
So
does that make sense?
I don't know. It just apparently the game they decided that you will always get caught. So if you don't have persuasion with lockpicking, you won't get away for the scot-free.
What if you can't pickpocket and then ditch the evidence?
You can, and then you can usually allow them to search. But as the game goes on, they start to just say no, and then you have to
Oh.
persuade your way out.
Oh, well, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, I could see playing a class like that on purpose, but what if you don't want to play the charismatic person? You just want
Right.
to play stealth pickpocket.
There's another problem is that in most cases they'll just attack you afterwards, and you have to kill them.
Like,
What's the point if you're just gonna? Anyway, you might as well just fucking kill them. But there is a problem with that too, is because if you kill them, you don't actually get all their loot. So
huh. I bet there's a way around it or something. I don't know.
I mean, you just gotta have persuasion, and then you get out of it.
Yeah.
That's the issue. You gotta dump points into that in order to really be able to pickpocket. But the thing that sucks is that you're constantly always having to do that search. You can't just get away for free. It's not like a true pickpocket. You might as well just admit, yeah, I stole something. Just kidding. Ah.
Holy crap, you're almost done with Plague Knight.
Actually, let's try it.
Why the heck is Shovel Knight there?
He's one of the enemies to replace Plague Knight.
I know, but why is he with the order when he was...
He's sleeping.
Why
He doesn't
is
know
he
he's
there?
here.
Is he really? He's just sleeping?
Yeah. I think he's
Wow.
sleeping. It looks like he is. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
What are those pink bombs that's going out that have orbs? Did they just build up?
Shitty at the end there. If you get 3 of them in the same spot, it will explode into like a arch attack, like a 4-way cross attack.
Is it worth using over some other type? Or...
I can still shoot 3 of them and it still counts. It's just an added bonus. Like instead of my main attack. So it's still the same thing as the black powder. It's just a added chance of getting that cascade. Yep. Fuck. Could not hit him. God, nice man.
I really need to edit my story.
I'm working on, but I don't wanna. What's your story about?
Pirates. Yar,
Arr.
super original. It starts off with a pirate captain, right? And she's going off onto this island to meet up with another captain for payment. Their crews in the past had gotten into like a small fight in a harbor, and they agreed to stop hostilities and allow this smaller pirate group to hide in her waters. She owns this little area, or essentially, you know, controls it. She's a pirate. She owns this little area. She's a pirate captain. She owns this area of water and maybe a small town. I have yet to decide on that one. And this smaller group of pirates that she got in a fight with, they agreed actually to pay her a small cut of their profits from pillaging and looting other ships to hide in her waters. She's meeting up with this other captain on an island, and what's going to happen? You know, they'll meet, we'll discuss some other stuff, and they kind of, I'm going to use that moment to really kind of explore backstory and what's going on. And while that's happening, someone on her ship is going to mutiny and get her crew to mutiny. Her first mate, who was like a longtime friend, this older man, he's going to be shot and left for dead on the shores. Because she went to this island alone in an agreement. And yeah, so and then the other group she met up with have already long since left the island, so she's essentially marooned on the island. She's going to get picked up by a military ship. And I have yet to go further from there. I'm thinking about having like they're not evil pirates per se, they're not but they're not like, ooh, just killing and murdering and slaughtering the innocent. I'm gonna have them labeled as pirates, some of them, not all of them, because they resist a corrupt government which holds down, you know, the population of the seas and the island with iron fists. They're cruel, you know, and they have the slave trade, so if you resist, you're labeled an outlaw or a pirate. And of course, intermingled in there, you're gonna have legit pirates, the ones who are just out for themselves.
Yeah.
I am contemplating if I should put magic in it or not, because there's one thing that I really, really liked. I remember talking to Matt about it, and I don't know enough to say that the character was not my idea, but I don't think it was Matt's idea either. It was just kind of, it came up in conversation.
Yeah.
But if I do anything with it, I'll ask for his permission regardless, because I feel I should. But I want a character in there that's a necromancer, that's like super sweet, you know, like the old lady, like, oh no! But she raises and controls the dead, you know, and she has like slippers, like house slippers made out of like bunny bones or something like that. Something really stupid. I just really liked. This is a really stupid idea, but I liked the concept.
Wait, she had necromancer what?
It was like taking my idea of it was taking this short, kind of portly lady, you know, like super sweet, super sickeningly sweet personality, like oh dear. Except she's a necromancer. She raises and controls the dead, you know, zombies, skeletons.
Would she be like one of the main characters or just a side?
I don't know, actually. I just mainly want her in there because I like the character, but I have yet to decide if I actually want that to be a thing in this universe or not. I don't know if I want it to have magic in it or not.
I would say like on the outside, just have her still push it.
just a spot appearance.
Yeah, something like that. Unless you want to make her a main character, you can implement her more later on. But...
Yeah. I could. I just don't know. I could also take the kind of. I honestly think it's kind of a lazy approach with it, and say something along the lines of, you know, put that character in there, but don't have her a necromancer. Have her be like a witch doctor or a voodoo lady. But that's that's incredibly stereotypic for pirates, and I already have pirates, which is stereotypic in and of itself.
I don't know. Magic is always a good player to stuff, but it has to be done right.
Yeah, that's true. So I could go with like voodoo lady instead, which might be okay.
She could start off as a typical voodoo lady, but find out later.
I don't even know. This wasn't the original story that I wanted to write. I wanted to write another one because I had a dream about it. It's fucking crazy. I love the premise for it. But this one just kind of came out of nowhere and I started doing it. With no real forethought. Just like, yeah, sure, why not? I've never done it before. Who cares?
Yeah, might as well.
I wanted to do it for fun. And also because I'm not drawing. I am honestly doing this because I am struggling when it comes to finding interest. For some reason. I've picked up the paper and pencil. I haven't picked up the tablet, which is still bad. I still need to do that just to draw squares, square butts. Something simple, something stupid. Something really just stupid. I could do that, and I need to. But I wasn't feeling overly creative art-wise, drawing-wise, and say sketching, so I tried story instead. And I'm having fun with it. It's alright. Ew.
Fucking Shovel Knight.
Oh, you actually. So, what's his story for being there? Did he say?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
He's just there.
He's a dick.
Hi guys. Like, hey, I'm Shovel Knight. Even though I hate these guys and I'm enemies, I'm gonna be here at the table for some reason. I wonder how they're gonna do this one, because doesn't Shovel Knight have to win? Like, they made him win earlier against you. Pew, 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 pew.
Alright.
Oh, he drops his money. Oh, nice. That's a nice touch. And then he comes up and pokes you.
Yeah. Apparently.
What a jerk.
Yeah, what a jerk.
Oh, what? And then Shovel Knight just leaves? He doesn't give you a hand?
Oh,
Wow.
he just leaves.
Wow. Can you leave in the actual game of Shovel Knight, or do you have to help? I can't even remember.
I think you can do either one. You can leave just like that, or you can help them up.
I've always helped them because I'm a sap.
Yeah,
I used to be able to play evil characters.
mostly always pick the good route, because in general, when you play the good route in games, you get a better reward.
Yeah.
If you play the evil route, you just get the satisfaction of being evil. Which doesn't help you in the long run.
To be fair, I mean, the games where I used to play evil and enjoyed it, Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Am, I liked that one. You could be a real nasty bastard. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, apparently that is not the way to go. That sucks. That goes all my health potion things.
Ouch.
Thought of the way to go. I don't remember this place.
So how do you get... Whoa. Crazy. How do you get more health potion things in this? I can't... Is there an infinite way to get them, or...?
You can only have 5 at a time. And then when you use 5, you keep it until you die. Then the only way to really get them is from those, like, money piles. They're like rocks in the ground. You generally spawn from there. You can just get, like, 1 potion each time from those. Save them up.
I just couldn't remember if there's a way to farm more if you, like, use all the ones you found.
You could go to one spot, farm it, and then probably use a potion until you go, then leave, or beat the level carefully, and then... What the hell? The game froze up for a little bit. That was weird. You know, and then save up some more potions. Shit. God damn it.
What's Jonathan watching in the background?
He was watching The Price is Right.
It just sounds like you have...
right now.
Every time you talk, it sounds like you have drums playing in the background. Drums. Yes, as in drums.
It is probably my fan.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
I thought you guys usually blasted the cooler at your place.
We do. We have that on too.
Jesus Christ, why is it so warm over there?
I don't know. It's not nice.
How warm is it?
It says like 85. But the humidity is...
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't looking.
Well,
I was trying to look
how
at
hot
this.
is it in... Gotcha. How hot was it? How hot is it? Blah, blah, hot is it in the house?
In the house, it's like 90 for some reason. So things are not slowing down. It's just a...
Is your
hot
AC
spot.
busted or something?
No, it's just... We have it... I don't know what's going on. Honestly. AC's working fine. When you're in front of it, it's just not heating up the room. Or I should say, it's not heating up the whole house. This room is probably a lot cooler than the actual temperatures engaging. But it's not helping.
Big night fell.
Alright.
I hate those stones. It's probably one of the easier parts of the game, but holy crap, it is unnerving.
Yeah.
Wow, they just let you walk the rest of the way out of there. Holy crap.
She would. That son of a bitch.
What? What?
Just I jumped in the wrong direction. Like,
Oh boy.
a little too early, and yeah,
Fell to your death?
fell to my death.
Oh shit, are you... You're also blowing up your own platform with your bombs.
Yeah.
That sucks. You might need to switch bombs to the floaty type.
Yeah, I was doing lobs after. Better.
I think I finally caught up to the part where you fell down.
She also creates some fun. So she got.
That's What's up? Hooray! Yeah. Sure. Alright, I'll be right back.
It's a weird battle. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Alright, I'm back. You win yet?
Kind of, but not really.
Not sure how one kinda wins.
You're right. No, I'm still in that battle.
Whoa, holy crap. What is this? Is that still the Enchantress? This is a giant alien version.
No,
of
the
me.
Enchantress is dead. This is now like fighting myself, kind of.
Oh. Is it that pink sphere you have to destroy?
Yeah. I'm just okay. Figure it out. Ah, shit. Back. Oh, I can just start from here. That's nice of the game. basic strategy, I guess. No, that's good. Fuck. Moves. And that up.
Is that generates? Do you have to continually up the damage? Or generation? Such a weird boss, you know?
Oh my god, that sucks. Well, that's gonna make my life difficult. Alright.
You really need to dodge. Oh, phone call. I'll be right back.